November 2025, which is almost around 6 or 7 months ago. 3 months just on reading, and the rest of it on and the rest of my skills like speaking. Hello, English learners. I hope all of you are doing great and have started a great day and having a great day. In this video, I am going to talk about 4 important tips that helped me a lot to get 101 in my first attempt passing the TOEFL. I passed the TOEFL on 19th November 2025, which is almost around 6 or 7 months ago. And I got 101 in my first attempt, and I am from Afghanistan. So I've seen a lot of people struggling getting a good score, their desired score, and the first time, and they have to pass the test several times in order to get the score they want. I wanted to get 100 plus, and I got it in my first attempt. And today I'm going to share my best tips with you, and I'm going to share this honestly, and it helped me, so it will help you as well. So let's get started with the first section, which is the reading part. So how to improve our reading. Guys, when I started taking preparation for TOEFL, it took me a very long time. I got preparation for TOEFL because my level of English was not really good back then. I kind of planned that in 6 months I will prepare myself from starting to pass the test. And in that period, I spent 3 months just on reading, and the rest of it on the rest of my skills like speaking and writing, listening. But in that 3 months, I couldn't improve at all, because when I was passing some simulations and some mock tests, I would not get really good score. So and the problem was because I was reading very academic texts. I was reading the extensive reading series, which is extensive reading A, B, C, and D. And I started from A, and the first section is about literature. It was completely very difficult. I couldn't understand at all, and when I was passing the simulations, I couldn't get good scores. And one day I was practicing my speaking in Hello Talk, and in a voice room there was a guy. He was a TOEFL trainer. He was from Canada, and then he said. And then there were many people asking him, how can we prepare ourselves for TOEFL? And then I asked my question that I am trying a lot, I'm working really hard, but I can't improve my reading score. What should I do? Then he said, how do you read? And I said, I spend 4 hours every day reading extensive reading, reading kind of some kind of articles on National Geographic. I explained everything I was doing. Then he said, oh, that's a problem because you're cramming, you're not actually reading, you're just taking preparation for the test. But you have to be a good reader first. It means your comprehension should be really good. And then he advised me to read for pleasure. So at that time I was in Kabul, and that really shocked me because I never read for pleasure before. I was just started reading those books, academic books, just to prepare myself for the TOEFL test. Then kind of some situations came up, and because of financial situations, I had to come to my city where I'm living right now from Kabul. And here I attended a library, and in that library, it is a governmental library, it's for free. I went there, I found a book by the name of World's Tales, and it was kind of 100 tales there, more than 100. It is a 500 pages, that book. It's this thick, and the stories are really short, not really long, very interesting, and written in academic English. And then I know what I did in 1.5 months that I stayed here. I completely read that. I finished that 500 pages. And then when I went back to Kabul and I passed the first test of the reading again, and I got 25 in the first attempt, and I was completely shocked. I said, what happened to me in just 1 month that I couldn't do in 3 months? It happened just in 1 month. And that was reading for pleasure. Guys, if you don't read for pleasure, whatever you do, any practice you do, whatever you read, it's not gonna help you that much. So the first step, please read for pleasure as much as you can, because you should kind of feel natural when you're reading. You should understand everything. You should feel that. You should comprehend that. And just for cramming and taking preparation for exam, it's not very helpful. That was the first tip. Second tip, which is about listening. So about listening, the breakthrough for me was that I read, there was a book written by A.J. Hook. Probably, if you're learning English, probably you've heard his name. A.J. Hook, I read his book. And I typed his book completely in my laptop. I typed from the beginning till the end. I typed it and I read it, and I did whatever he said in that book. He said, listen a lot, because listening is the foundation of everything. So I started listening, and I would do kind of a little bit of shadowing when I was listening as well. I wouldn't do a lot of shadowing, but a little bit of shadowing, but I would listen repeatedly. I remember that there was a movie I watched, and I watched it like more than 10 times, and in the first 2 or 3 times I couldn't understand most of the words, but then I watched it with subtitle. I watched it translated in my language, which is Persian. Then I watched it again in English till I understood everything in that movie. So that was the breakthrough for me, was to listen a lot, and I learned from him to listen a lot and listen repeatedly. And I liked kind of listening to first of all, motivational speeches from like Denzel Washington, Goggins, Robert Greene, the writer of The 48 Laws of Power, and all those stuff. And I would listen to him, and I would also listen to TED Talks, amazing TED Talks out there, and you can find them according to your kind of interests, whatever you want to listen. And when you find them, listen to them. They are extremely helpful, and they can help you a lot to improve your listening. And for me, like when I was passing the simulation tests, when I was practicing, I would get the highest score in parts of listening. Either I would take notes or not, because I was listening to TED Talks before, and I believe TED Talks are much more academic than the listenings that we would experience previously in the previous version of the TOEFL. TED Talks are much more kind of professional, and if you listen to them, you can understand better. So they are much more harder as well, and that's why you need to listen to them several times. And I would listen to one TED Talk like at least 3 times, sometimes more than that, 6, 7. So I was kind of patient. If you don't have the patience, you should at least do it 3 to 4 times. So that is my tip for listening. Listen a lot, listen repeatedly, and listen wherever you like. You don't have to listen something new, but you have to listen something you very like. And these are the tips that you should do in parts of listening. You should listen a lot, and you should listen as much as you can. So we're done with the listening, and let's get to the next section, which is writing. So what would I do mostly about writing? For me, guys, I started learning computer. Before that, I didn't even have a computer. So I started learning computer in 2023, which is about 3 years ago. And I was really bad at typing. I would never type, and before that, I never typed before. So I was kind of very interested in typing. So what I did was, my father got me a computer, and I started typing with that computer. First of all, Persian. So I finished one complete book. It was 350 pages. I finished that. The name of that book in Persian we say, what was the name of that book? Limitless. Bihadomans from James Quick. There was a book by that name, I believe. Yeah, and I finished that, and in Persian. Then I started another book from Vichay Kek. There is a guy, he doesn't have limbs. There is a book, and he released that, and the name of the book is also Limitless. That's also unlimited or limitless, something like that. And I typed it in English completely. Then I typed A.J. Hook book in English. And after that, what I typed, I don't remember. But I would type a lot of articles from National Geographic and other stuff. And that was for me, it helped me a lot in writing. First of all, it helped my typing, and your typing should also be good when you're passing the test. But it also helped me with the different forms and the different structure of the grammar, how they were adding information within the commas, and how would they connect two sentences and two independent clauses together, one independent and then two more dependent clauses together, and all this stuff. I would see them and I could use them, and I could use them when I was writing, and I would remember that, I saw that there, and I should put a comma here, because in most of the texts I was typing there was a comma here. So this is how you can improve. I don't have any other tip to give you. For me, that was copying others. When I was copying others, I kind of made naturally a style for myself. So this is my style. Now I'm going to write this way. Here I want to put a comma, here I want to put a full stop, here a semicolon, or whatever. So that was the best tip for me. Copy others, copy the writings, and it will help you a lot when you go forward. So the last tip, last but not least, is speaking section. In parts of the speaking section, I would specifically tell you, first, if you do not listen a lot, you will not speak better. Okay? Listen, then you will speak. That's the first rule. You should listen a lot, you should hear a lot, you should have a lot of comprehensible input, and you should listen a lot and understand, and then you will be able to speak better. That's the first and second tip. In parts of speaking, I use HelloTalk. There is an application by the name of HelloTalk, and you can join there. You can speak with those learners that they are learning English as a second language. You can communicate with them, and you can learn better. And there are also native speakers that you can communicate with. There was a great teacher on HelloTalk by the name of George, and he is teaching English. It's been about 1.5 years it's been about 2 years that he is teaching for free. He's teaching that he doesn't even know who I am. I'm not even his teacher. He's a student. I attended his class for 5 or 6 months. After that, I don't need that, so I did not join. But he's still teaching. Sometimes when I get into HelloTalk talk in my room, I still can see him. So he's a great teacher. You can join him. You can join anyone else wherever you want, and you can listen to them, and it will be a great help. So use HelloTalk, so any other application that you can use. And next one is speak with yourself. If you don't have a partner, so we speak with yourself. You have yourself. This is the best friend you have. He is always with you. And all people have cancer. I said that cancer is thinking. We all have a disease, a pandemic, and that is thinking. We think a lot, and we sometimes talk a lot. Some people talk outwardly, and when they are alone, they speak out loud. Some people speak inwardly. When they are alone, they speak inside themselves. They think a lot. Do that in English. And those thoughts, they don't help you at all in your life. Mostly they bring suffering. When we think, so we become emotional and we suffer from just thinking, because most of the time it's about past and future. So the best use you can get from them before getting rid of them is to use them to learn a language. And for me, that was English. So I used all of them to learn English. And here I am. Now I can speak better. Thank you very much for watching this video. To have a conclusion, again, in parts of reading, read for pleasure a lot. In parts of listening, listen a lot, as much as you can, whatever you like. In parts of writing, write and copy others. And in parts of speaking, use applications, use online, use ChatGPT, whatever you can. And then that's all. And you speak with yourself a lot. Think a lot in English. Thank you all very much for watching my video. If it was helpful, please like, because it will help others, more people to see my videos, and my channel will grow. And also, I will be happy about that as well. And for getting my next videos, click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell. You will be the first person who receives the notification whenever I release a video. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you in my next videos. And bis später. I'm also learning German, so auf Wiedersehen.